Hi, everyone. It's meteorologist Joe Chaffee on this Saturday morning, and we're going to look at the weather patterns across the United States today and in the Northeast. There's really not too much happening this morning of consequence, but we'll take a look at and see where it takes us. First off, we've got this chilly air mass in the Northeast. We had lows this morning across much of interior New Jersey, southeastern New York, and parts of central and eastern Long Island down in the 30s, same for southeastern Pennsylvania and also for northeastern Pennsylvania as well. This was a pretty good night for a frost in some places and ended the growing season for a lot of areas. And now that high is going to settle to our south, so that means temperatures are going to bounce up on Sunday. As far as the weather is concerned, there are no issues. And we have a weak weather front. You can kind of pick it out here. It's very hard to see. Actually, the system, if we, I'm going to stop it here for 1 second. So we're looking at Sunday night into Monday morning at this point. So I just want to show you what we have. Now we have a cold front that's right through here, but it's very weak. And then we also have a warm front ahead of this weather system that's up in southern Canada. So that's pulling up very warm air up to our west, and the cool air here is really got no place to go, so that's going to just stay where it is and move down maybe into northern New England when that front goes by. So we're really not seeing any real change in air mass. In fact, we're going to transition over from the air mass that's overhead now to an even warmer one for next week, and I think we're setting up for some record high temperatures here along about Tuesday and Wednesday, when I think we're going to see readings in the 80s. We've got a west wind and no moisture at all, so we'll be in good shape. Now, the other thing I want to pay attention to as we move through next week is what happens late in the week. So let's take let me run through it a little bit more here, and you can see there's moisture that's developing across Florida down through the Bahamas and the Gulf of Mexico. That's kind of been there all week, going to be there all week long. And eventually on Wednesday night into Thursday, we do have another weather front that's going to be coming through. And then a wave is going to try and develop on it. And I'm going to pick it out for you. You know, we've got this down here. You know, the little, let me just I want to get the right color. It's being evil. There we go. So we have a bit of a warm front that sets up there. You know, high pressure is enveloping around. So we're going to get back into some cooler air on Thursday with the northeast flow. And then a low is going to try to come out over here. But at the same time, because pressures are going to be very low across the southeastern part of the United States, the Bahamas, the Gulf of Mexico, and into the Caribbean, I would not be surprised to see some kind of low spin up in that area late this week. Models have been kind of hinting at all that, and in fact, if you look at the GFS from last night, it actually does spin up. I would think that this could possibly be a tropical system here, either a tropical depression or maybe a weak tropical storm. And quite honestly, I think this would really be a big plus if it happens, because it keeps it weak as it moves it up the coast, which kind of makes sense. But we do get into some really desperately needed rain. And meanwhile, the non-tropical system stays to our west initially before it lifts up and brings some much-needed rain later next week and into early next week. So I'm really kind of hoping that happens, because the rainfall situation here is getting desperate in many areas. And then after that goes by, there's going to be a shot of chilly air, although the bulk of it stays to our north. I do want to point out that subsequent runs of the GFS model overnight make that much more important. And in fact, that would be a negative from the standpoint of rain, because it keeps everything suppressed. So if you look at this run, you know, here's that tropical low that's trying to come up, but instead of lifting up, it turns out to the east. And then the second non-tropical system never lifts up, because cold air just completely overwhelms the northeast in this instance. So, and it's actually quite a strong shot of cold air for this time of year. So a lot of issues to work out. I'm going to keep it short today. Tropical storm Nicole is still out in the Atlantic, churning up the ocean, and probably will be for another few days. It's south of Newfoundland, but it doesn't appear to have, it's not going to have any direct impact on the Canadian Maritime provinces. So have a great Saturday. Don't forget to check us out on meteorologistjoechaffee.com, weatherlongisland.com, nycweathernow.com, or ssstormchasers.com.